Hi, I'm Faith Charlotte, and today we're making I wanted to give you guys an insight to how I make all of my pancake pieces. I get so many questions about this, and I figured it was finally time that I make a video giving you guys the rundown. All my pieces are mid or low fire ceramic. They can be a little bit different to work with, but generally speaking, the techniques I use are the same. I pull medium thin walls. I need there to be enough room on the walls and thickness on the walls so that I can push in my custom rib that I've made. There isn't a whole lot to talk about this part. I pretty much just throw a basic container with pretty straight edges and push in the little rib that I've made, and it will make little pancake indents. I sometimes push my fingers in on the inside of where the indents will be just to push them outwards more and give them a more clear look. If you're curious what the background music is for this video, maybe you've never heard it before, it's probably because you haven't. This is all written and made by me. I am certainly not an amazing musician, but it's just kind of fun to make your own music. This is the honey pot, which is probably my favorite piece from the entire collection. It sold out super quickly. Should I bring this back? Maybe do a little pre-order for this? I just think it's such a fun item. Alright, now we're onto the pancake pitcher. As you can see, I'm using this really flat tool, and I'm sort of just flattening everything down and getting off the excess slip. I find this just makes for cleaner and crisper lines. This was my first time ever throwing a teapot. It was definitely very challenging. As you can see throughout this process, it's going through many different forms and variations and sizes. I think this is, well, I guess I already said my favorite piece is the honey pot. This is my second favorite piece. I really love how this turned out. I'm just using a little wooden tool to make the indent on the inside to make a sort of lip for the lid to rest in. The best tip I could give you when you're making ceramic pieces that are, pretty delicate, maybe have some thinner pulled areas like these pancakes do, is to just go slow with it and make sure that you're confident in your next move. And there I was, just doing that technique I was talking about earlier, where I sort of use a finger to push in the, I guess, bump that makes it look like a thicker and fatter layer. I hate when my pieces fly off. I hate when they're not perfectly centered, but I love when I trim them and it just so satisfyingly ribbons off. Okay, so glazing. This is the thing that I think really sells the realisticness of the pancakes. I will not be sharing the exact glaze that I use or glaze mixture that I use. That's something that I've worked really hard to perfect, and I just won't be sharing it. But I will let you know that I use about 4 layers to get the desired look. And I will say, I can tell the difference between 3 and 4 layers. It really does make a difference. That 4th layer just truly adds like a vibrancy. And I am doing a mid and low firing, so these are different glazes that I'm using, that I'm trying to make look relatively the same. I am working really quickly when I glaze these, making sure that nothing has enough time to dry, and I want to make sure that everything can get blended out super well. By the time you get to the 3rd or 4th layer, it's really easy to blend. The 1st layer, I'm usually just trying to get on basic colors in the right spots. This process is incredibly repetitive, tiring, and yeah, it takes a lot of time. I ended up having dreams while I was working on this launch that I was glazing pancakes. And in the dreams, I was just doing this motion over and over and over of glazing and making it blend together. So I think that might tell you how much I did this. So this was a really tricky kiln fire to do because all these pieces are round. Some of them are heart-shaped, but for the most part they are round and they are not angular. It was really hard to effectively use the space in my kiln, and unfortunately I was not able to fire everything in this one go, which was definitely a little bit frustrating. I think I'm going to be looking into buying more kiln shelves so that I can do bigger firings for pieces that aren't quite as tall. You can see I'm being really precise because I do not want anything touching, otherwise it will bond together in the kiln. This is cone 06. And for reference, the glaze firing I did for the mid-fire pieces was cone 5. I sped up this footage quite a bit, but there was a lot of footage. There was several minutes of footage. I would guess it took me probably 15 to 20 minutes to actually load this kiln, because I was being super careful with how I was placing everything, making sure nothing touched, and also making sure that I was fitting things as efficiently as I could. This is probably the part of the process I get the most questions about. It is epoxy resin, which is 2-part, takes 24 hours to cure, and then a variety of colorings that I use. I think I use technically alcohol inks. Here they are, finished and out of the kiln. So, if you are interested in any of these pancake boxes, make sure to go grab one before March 30th, because that is when orders will close. So all of the pancake boxes are made to order. They are all completely customizable. You can choose between blueberries, strawberries, bananas, or no fruit. And you can choose between heart butter, square butter, and whipped cream. And you can choose the size and the shape, which is heart and circle shaped. There are full sizes, mini sizes, and tiny sizes available. Just make sure you head over to ceramiccharlie.com and you'll be able to see all the pancake pieces that are available. And if there's any pieces shown here that are already sold out and you really like them, please just let me know and I'd be happy to restock them as a pre-order. Again, that's ceramiccharlie.com to get your own pancake box. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you learned a little bit more about my process.